Last one for tonight. Let's go. Oh, come on, finger. There we go. That's a little off, but we're doing so many of these. I'm not going to be picky. Just going to roll with it. So let's do that offhand. And then we'll come back and do the other side. So this is technique that you use to do surface mount. Generally speaking, when soldering, one always wants to make sure that the solder, maybe I'll straighten that up and regret my choices. So we'll see how one can straighten up surface mount components just by heating the pads. There we go. So generally speaking, when soldering, one wants to heat the component and let the component melt the solder, but when doing surface mount, the things that you're trying to do are so small that if you're doing surface mount by hand, you have less choices. So I've pre-flexed this board with my good old Kester Flex pen, and to improve solder flow a little bit, but basically I'm just heating the solder directly and then shoving the components in it. And what I'm trying to do is heat the solder and watch it flow around the components, which is why I'm using the microscope, because technically I can see all these with my naked eye, but what I can't see, even with a magnifier, is how the solder flows around the part. You can see it heat up, and you can see the flux kind of wick out. What I'm looking for is that it flows really well onto both pads. And I mean, with this microscope, the nice part is the microscope itself, the illumination is terrible, but the microscope itself, the camera is actually quite nice, and you can see things like the LED lens change opacity when it heats. The other cool part is you can actually kind of see the LED components, and if I had decent illumination, you would be able to see the LED components, even like right down to the, look at that, you can see the bond wires. So what I need to do is turn the light off and get some better illumination so you can actually see what the hell I'm doing.